Hi friends, you are welcome to Dorea Express. I know many of you are happy by the topic we are going to treat today. Many people have been asking, how do I write a term paper? Term paper can be so frustrating, can be so stressful. So today we are going to be talking about how to write a term paper. So for those that don't know what a term paper is, it's simply a research given, especially to first year students. It can be given to second year students and other students. So in this research, you are expected to write about a topic. You're expected to write about a topic. So before we go further, I'll just simply review the parts of a term paper. So first of all, as you all know, in every research work, you have a cover page. You have a cover page. It's in this cover page you write the name of your university, the name of your faculty, your department. You also write your unit. You write the topic, your name, your reg number, and the name of your lecturer. So at the end, you also put date. So to just be in this format, this will be your school, your faculty, and your department. In brackets, you can put your unit, then the topic, your name, your reg number, then you write your lecturer, his name, then you write the date. So when you are writing the date, if it's February, what you simply put is February, comma 2020. If it's 2020, if it's 2021, you write February 2021. If it's April, you write April 2021. So that's all about the cover page. So the next thing we are going to look into is the title page. So the title page is simply a page containing the title of the term paper. In that title page, you can see effect of corruption on Nigerian economy, any topic at all. So you just put the title in the title page. So we have the acknowledgement. So in that acknowledgement, you acknowledge people who are important to you in your work. So in your acknowledgement, you can talk about your parents, you can thank them for supporting you, you can talk about your lecturer who put you through. So you can talk about as many as you can talk about. You can also talk about your friends who were helpful, who made contributions for you to write your term paper. And you can also talk about us because you watch our video to write it. So that's all for this. Then the next page we have is the dedication. In this dedication, you talk about who you are dedicating the book to. If you are dedicating the book to your parents, you write it there. If you are dedicating the book to your friends, to your fellow classmates, so that's what you write there. So the next thing is the table of contents. The table of contents. So we'll be looking at the table of contents, but before we look at the table of contents, let me go into the body. So we have the body of the term paper. Normally, a term paper is divided into 5 chapters, but your lecturer can tell you to write 4 chapters and 6 chapters or more. So it is depending on the chapter your lecturer asks you to write. So for the term paper, for the chapters, let's pick a topic, for example, because it is from the chapter we can be able to write our table of contents. Most times, table of contents is written at the end, but when you are arranging it, it simply comes after the dedication. So let's use a topic, for example. So as you can see, the topic we have here on the board: effects of Boko Haram terrorism in Nigeria. So this can be given to you as a term paper. So how do you go about it? Number one, you generate your chapters. So We have introduction, which is the first thing we do as our chapter 1. Introduction as our chapter 1. So in most cases, this introduction will simply tell what terrorism is. You say what terrorism is, and you say what Boko Haram is, because you can't explain a thing, you can't tell us the effect without first telling us what terrorism is and what Boko Haram is. So this is the first step, is the introduction, chapter 1. So in this introduction, you can say terrorism is a big menace to any country. So you can start your introduction. You have to have a very captivating introduction so that it will attract your readers. So this is the introduction. You just tell us about terrorism, tell us about Boko Haram, you tell us about what you are writing about. You can also tell us that this book, this research is aimed at telling the effect of Boko Haram, or the effect of this menace, Boko Haram terrorism, in Nigeria. So our chapter 2, we can make our chapter 2 to be a brief history of Boko Haram. Brief history of Boko Haram terrorism in Nigeria. So it can actually tell us how Boko Haram started in Nigeria. So it's just a brief history. Then chapter 3. Chapter 3. So chapter 3, causes of Boko Haram terrorism in Nigeria. So you talk about what causes Boko Haram terrorism in Nigeria. It can be due to griefs and other things. So in our chapter 4, we are going to be looking at the effects of Boko Haram terrorism in Nigeria. So you know, cause and effect goes together. So if there is a cause, there will be an effect. So you look at the effect of Boko Haram terrorism in Nigeria. So our final chapter, chapter 5, will just be solution. So you suggest solution to Boko Haram terrorism in Nigeria. So this is how we develop the chapters. So let me look at another important part of the 10th paper, which is what we call referencing. This is an important part of the 10th paper. We call it referencing. So your reference will always come at the end of every research work. This will be the last page. So in order for you to show that you did not commit this crime, plagiarism is a crime punishable with 21 years imprisonment. This is copying work from people without citing them. So our reference helps us to show places where we cite, where we copy information for our 10th paper. So under this reference, we have two types. Number one, we have in-text, and we have a reference list. So this in-text, from the word in-text, is inside your work, in the body of your research, from your chapter 1 to your chapter 5. So this reference list is the last page where you write all the reference. So I'll be using APA style as example. You know, we have so many type of referencing style according to your department or your area of discipline. So I'll be using APA style, and the full meaning of APA is American Psychological Association. So I'll be using their style to demonstrate something. So in our example, if you want to say, if you go through a book and the book was written by David, for example, David and you want to say something he said. For example, you want to say, for example, he said terrorism is a major problem to economic development in Nigeria, and you want to cite him. You can simply say according to David. According to David. So when you say according to David, then the date of the publication of his book, in every book you must see the date of publication. For example, if he wrote this book in 1995, you say according to David 1995 in brackets. Then you say terrorism is a major problem to the economic development of any country. So as you can see, you have cited him that statement you wrote was gotten from his book. Another way of writing it, you can say the sentence first. For example, terrorism is a major problem to the economic development of any country. Then in the bracket you write David, 1995. So this is how to cite in text. That's inside your work. We call it in-text citation. So let's look at the reference list. How do we write the reference list now for this citation? So for the reference list, first of all, we start with the name of the writer, the author of the book. So if the author of the book is David, like in our example, we write David. And you see, then we'll put a comma. Then we'll write the initial of his middle name. This is surname. Then the initial, for example, if it's O.C. So David, O.C. Then we write the date 1995. Can you see it? So if the name of the book is Terrorism in Nigeria, we will italize the title of the book. As you can see, this is written in italics. We italize the name of the book. So after writing the name of the book, the next thing we write is the place of publication. And in writing place of publication, we write the city. We don't write state, we write the city. For example, under Enugu State, Nsukka is a city. So let's use Nsukka for an example. We write Nsukka this way. Then you write a colon. Then you write the name of the publisher. If the name of the publisher is God's Own Publication, you just write the name of the publisher. God's Own Publication. So if you notice something here, when we enter the next page, we left space here. So we left space here. So according to APA style, APA style of citation, whenever you are entering the next line of any reference, you leave a space. It can be 5 to 7 spaces. You just go to the space bar in your keyboard and type it, or you just highlight everything and click indent. So it will do this for you. So we have talked about how to write a term paper. So we know the parts. We know we have the cover page, we have the title page, we have the dedication, we have the acknowledgement, we have the table of content. So after you've done all this, you will know the number of pages your work fall into. So this will enable you to write your table of content. So we have the introduction, which is briefly telling us about what you are writing. We have other chapters, and we have the reference page. So I hope you have learned a lot about writing of term paper, and I hope writing of term paper will not be a problem. Thank you for watching. So you can do it to leave us a comment or give us a suggestion. If you are still having problems, if you are confused, don't hesitate to send us an email at doreadave@gmail.com. and you can call our WhatsApp number, which is written there, 09096 36 37 66. Thank you.